Welcome. I'm going to teach you how to add and subtract decimals when the decimals are positive and negative. And here's our first one, negative 2.5 minus 3.2. If we look on a number line, and if zero's here, negative 2.5? 1, 2, 3. Negative 2.5 would be about here. And so I'll get a little guy standing here and facing the negative direction. So the arm's going out to the negative direction and moving forward 3.2 spaces. So that would be something like 1, 2, 3.2, something like that. Now I'm moving away from zero. So that tells me I'm going to be adding these two numbers together. I have 2.5 and I have 3.2. I'm going to add these together and lining up the decimals. I have 5 and 2 is 7, and 2 and 3 are 5. So I have 5.7. Now I'm on the negative side of 0. So my answer is going to be negative 5.7. Okay, next. My next one, negative 1.6 plus 4.2. If 0 is here, negative 1.6, negative 1.6 would be right about here. And so I have a little guy doing that, facing the positive direction and moving forward 4.2. Now I am going this way. I'm going to end up, and the big question is, so if I'm at negative 1.6 right here, and I move to the right 4 spaces, am I going to cross 0? Yeah, I am going to cross 0. I'm going to be in the positive area right here. So my answer is going to be positive. I can even write a little positive right here. I know it's going to be positive. And as I do so, when I'm moving towards 0, I have to subtract the two numbers. See, over here, I was moving away from 0 and I was adding the two numbers. Here, I'm moving towards 0, so I subtract. And when I subtract, I have to make sure the larger of the two numbers is on top. So I have 4.2 minus 1.6. And borrow, that's 3, and this is 12. 12 minus 6 is 6. 3 minus 1 is 2. And the answer is a positive, because I'm going to be over here, positive 2.6. Okay. Next one. So this was subtraction, that was addition, and when the signs are the same, the signs are different. So we have another one here, subtraction here, but I'm going to start at 2.5. So 0, 1, 2, 3. 2.5 is about here. And I'll have my guy. And the guy is facing the negative direction and moving forward 3.2 spaces. So if I'm at 2.5 and I'm moving forward 3.2 in this direction, am I going to cross 0? Well, yeah, because all I have to do is 2. If I just move 2.5, I get to 0, and then I'm moving more than that. So I'm going to be in the negative. My answer is going to be negative. Now I'm moving towards 0. Just like I was moving towards 0 here, I had to subtract the numbers. Here, I have to subtract the numbers here again. And in this case, 3.2 is bigger than 2.5, so 3.2 is going to be on top. 2.5 is going to be on bottom. And I'm going to subtract them like I said I would. And borrow, that's 2. This is 12. 12 minus 5 is 7. And 2 minus 2 is 0. 0.7. So I knew it was negative because I was going to cross 0, and it's going to be negative 0.7. Okay, next. We have these. Negative 3.4 minus negative 3.2. Okay, here is 0. Negative 3.4, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Negative 3.4 is somewhere around here. I'm going to be facing the negative direction. And this negative right here, that tells me to go backwards 3.2. So if I'm at 3.4 here, I'm at negative 3.4, and I'm going to move backwards. So I'm going to be moving this way. The question is, if I move this way, 3.2, will I pass 0? No, I'm not going to move. I'm not going to move past 0. I'm going to get just close to 0 right there. But see, if I moved a full 3.4 that way, I would hit 0, and I'd have to move larger, more than 3.4 to get into the positive. So I'm just going to move 3.2. So I'm moving towards 0. I have to subtract the two numbers. See, that's what it tells me. The fact that I'm moving towards 0, subtract them. So 3.4 is bigger. And I'm going to subtract 3.2. And that's going to be 2, and that's 0. So I told you I'm still on the negatives, and I'm really close to 0. 0.2 is that answer. Okay. I have this. 5.5 minus negative 1.6. 0. 5.5. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5.5 is here. Here's my guy. Facing the negative direction and moving backwards 1.6. So I'm moving that way 1.6. I'm moving away from 0. That tells me I have to add the two numbers together. And it's going to be positive. Super easy to see it's going to be positive. I could put a positive here. You don't have to. And so it's going to be 5.5 plus 1.6. And that's 11. And that's 7.1. So it's 7.1. There you go. There's adding and subtracting positive and negative decimals. Thanks for watching.